again today. If this is your first time tuning in, this is Design by Fire. This is our mental wellness check-in. I started this last Saturday. This is something we're going to be doing ongoing on a every Saturday basis. Just a quick check-in with you guys. If you was here already, then you already know what it is that we're doing. Last week we had I gave you guys an activity. The activity was to write for 5 minutes what you're grateful for. I hope that did something for somebody. I hope that you were able to reflect just like I was when I first did it. I have some more activities for you guys to do today that I'm gonna give you guys. We have a new topic for this week. So this week is removing unnecessary junk out of our mental space. And it's very important that we get this junk out of our mental space because of the simple fact that, sometimes our mind is boggled down. So I have a scripture, of course, as usual. Our first scripture for this week that we're going to go with. Last week we had a scripture, so I'm going to give you guys the same thing again this week. This scripture for this week is going to be Jeremiah 29:11. And it just reads, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." So basically what this translates to me is God does things only in his perfect timing. The beauty is knowing God will shower us with success and blessings. That's the beauty in knowing. We know that off the rip. We know that if we follow him, we know if we do our due diligence, he's going to bless us. The hard part about it is the suffering part, the tribulations. We don't like to wait. We are very impatient people, and then on top of being impatient, we have a lot of stuff going on. So with having a lot of stuff going on, you know that you're gonna see the end of the tunnel. We know that there's gonna be light at the end of the tunnel. It's just all the muck that we got to get through before we get to that end of that light and that tunnel. So this scripture is what we're gonna keep in with us daily. And again, that's Jeremiah 29:11. Because we know that he's gonna bless us. We know that he's gonna continue to bless us. But what we need to do is, give our mental something, because we don't want to get discouraged. We don't want to feel like we in a rush all the time. So being that we know God is going to bless us, and if we know that it's a fact, we have to develop positive affirmations for those hard days. We have to continue to tell ourselves stuff for those days where things are too hard, with days that we don't know where we going, days that we don't have nobody to pat us on the back and tell us that we're doing a good job. So we have to know these things for ourselves. And the activity that I would like for us to partake in is finding your affirmation. Find your go-to affirmation. Write it down, put it on a post-it, put it on your bathroom mirror, put it in your wallet. And why affirmations are important is because they are emotional support and encouragement. And I feel like in this time, we all need emotional support. We all need to continue to be encouraged. We have to encourage ourselves. We have to encourage our fellow man. We have to stay encouraged on a constant. My affirmation that I constantly like to tell myself, if you don't have one, I can give you one. Mine is, I expend mental energy wisely and avoid unproductive thoughts. So instead of me telling myself that, girl, your job, they playing with you. I know you aggravated at that job, and I know maybe you need to quit, or maybe you need to go find something. I have to tell myself, God bless me with this job. And if it wasn't for me having this job, I wouldn't be able to survive. I wouldn't be able to pay my bills. I wouldn't be able to look good when I feel like looking good. Those are positive affirmations. Another affirmation I have is, why spend more than 5 minutes on something that won't matter in 5 years? Sometimes we let stuff boggle us down for weeks and months. And then we look back a year, 2 years later, and that stuff didn't even matter. Those relationships didn't matter. Those tribulations, those times with those people, they didn't even matter. And we spent eons. We on Facebook, we subbing a person, we walking around grouchy and grumpy, and we don't know what's wrong with us. Our family trying to figure out why we so aggravated, because we letting people consume our mental. And in a year so time, 2 months time, sometimes even 2 weeks time, the situation don't even matter. And here we can't even sleep. We losing sleep. You not eating. You losing weight. All because the stuff is weighing down on your mind unnecessarily. So again, I want you guys to take some time, write down an affirmation, find your favorite affirmation, just put it on a post-it. Put it on a post-it, put it in your room, put it on your bathroom mirror, put it in your wallet, somewhere that you're going to see it constantly. And if you don't have one, the one that I have is, again, I expend mental energy wisely and avoid unproductive thoughts. If you don't have one, there's one for you right there. And if you just tuned in, the scripture that I gave today that we're going to take with us for this week is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. So again, that is Jeremiah 29:11. Another activity also that I want you guys to take with you for this week, because the affirmation is really just something really quick, fast, that doesn't take any time. You know, something quick. You can Google your favorite affirmation, Google a favorite quote, something that you know that you'll like. But another activity just to piggyback off of that one is to create a list of things you want to do more of. So I feel like we need to create a list of things that we want to do more of, and then create a list of things we want to do less of. And the reason why I say create these two lists and separate them is because when creating your list, it keeps in mind it's not about doing less, it's about focusing more. And sometimes we do so much in a short amount of time that we don't even get to focus on one aspect at a time, one project at a time. So it's like, you know, if you want to fix your credit, and then you want to go back to school, and then you want to get a promotion on your job, and then you're trying to get a raise. You know, we have to write down these things so we can figure out what destination and what path we're going into, because we have so much different things pulling us in so many different places, because we want to get so much done at a quick pace. And life is not nothing, life is fast, but we still got to take some time and slow down to figure out what direction are we going in, because you'll look up and you ain't went nowhere because you haven't planned nothing. So create a list, two lists. We're going to create one list, and one list is going to be what I want to do more of and what I want to do less of, because we have to get this tunnel vision so we can focus. We got to focus so we can accomplish our goals. Our goals are waiting for us. There's things that we haven't done that we need to do because there's somebody waiting for us. You know, there's a designer, and there's a dress that you need to design, because there's a young girl that need that dress, and she waiting for you to bring that design. You know, there could be somebody, there's music that you have to do. There's a song that you have in your spirit. There's a song that you have in your heart that you ain't put down. You ain't recorded yet because you worrying about what people going to think or how people going to take it. It took me some time to sit down and do this live, because I wasn't confident in what it was I wanted to do with myself. But I had to get confident in God, and I had to get confident in what I knew to be true and what I knew was going to get me where I wanted to be. And I couldn't worry about what somebody was going to say, what somebody wasn't going to say, how people was going to take it, how they wasn't going to take it. Because at the end of the day, this is my path, just like it's your path. So in this week, we're going to write down our affirmations that we need to be telling ourselves on the daily. What's going to be our mantra, what's going to be our continued affirmation for ourselves for these next few weeks. And we're also going to divide our life into two lists. What do we want to do more of, and what do we want to do less of? And how do we want to get our tunnel vision so we can focus more? The list is created to observe what you have on your plate and allowing your mind to focus on one task at a time so that you may complete things fully and well, because that's our goal. We don't want to half-ass nothing. We don't want to register for school and then don't finish. We don't want to keep giving our money to these schools and we not getting no degree at the end of the day. You know, we don't want to keep starting stuff and then we don't never hit the end of the tunnel. Now you got a whole bunch of half-ass business that you ain't did nothing with. You done started this company, and none of them went nowhere because we not focusing. And we have the ideas, we have the tools, we just got to focus more. So that's all I have for you guys today. You know, that was just my food for the thought for the week. You know, if you guys have anything else that you want to talk about, any other topics, any other meditation or